What's up guys, and welcome back to another video. Today is the predictions for the first game of the Rugby Championship as well as Bledisloe Cup number 1. It is going to be awesome. Australia versus New Zealand. Who is going to win? Both have truly incredible sides. On paper they are really brilliant. I mean, the likes of David Pocock, Falau, Bernard Foley, Pocock, but Hooper, all those brilliant players within that Australian team. And then we get into New Zealand as well. Beauden Barrett, the Barretts, the Whitelocks, Kieran Reid, I mean, Brodie Retallick back again in the All Black jersey. So much to look forward to coming this weekend. And there's been talks here and there. Steve Hansen has said he reckons the Wallabies are even more dangerous this year. He tends to talk them up a bit, whether it's mind games or whether he's actually got genuine respect for the team. And I personally think it's mind games, but he's also got respect for Australia. They've come a long way, guys. They really have. From where they were last year, they gave Ireland a run for their money, winning the first game, then obviously coming short in the next two, but there were chances where they could have capitalised and maybe beaten the Irish. Some even say the ref calls might have affected the game. So there's a lot of positives to look at for Australian rugby, but it's going to obviously be tough. Playing against a team like the All Blacks is going to be massive. The intensity, the All Blacks have had this cup for so long. Bledisloe, I think since 2003. They've been world number 1 for so many years now. They're Rugby Championship champions. I mean, they've got so much to go on with the history. If we go history, it favours the All Blacks once again because of what they've achieved. But this year, I just have a feeling something could be different. Not saying we could see an upset, but I just see something changing within these rugby nations, because there's so much improvement that we've seen opposed to last year. Last year, Australian rugby wasn't in a great place. Super Rugby was appalling. Rugby Championship was 2 draws against South Africa, beaten Argentina, they'd beaten, I'd say their point of coming back was when they beat the All Blacks in that final Bledisloe game. I think that was the start of, alright, now they're getting everything together. Michael Check is getting everything together with the team, and from there they're gonna move forward and develop and continue to grow. And I really think that's what we've seen. End of year tour, again, ups and downs, but it's always tough to play England in Twickenham and all that stuff. And even that game, there were positives to look at in with that game and all the other games. And they've come a long way. I mean, people calling for Cheika's head last year. Now we're all talking as if Cheika's actually got a gist of the team and what he needs to achieve and what he needs to do in order to beat a team like the All Blacks. And I really think that's the case. I think they've come a long way. They're moving forward, developing well as a team. And I think they're definitely going to go into this game this weekend and give the All Blacks a good run for their money. They've got every aspect to do that. I mean, we've seen how they've come along. And if we look at New Zealand as well, they've continuing dominance. They played against France, won 3-0. Some say not the strongest French team, so from a competitive level, maybe Australia had a bit more favour or competition, so it could be stronger, which isn't a bad analysis if you come to think of it, because it was the case. But the French had their moment of sparks, and unfortunately cards did inflect some of the games a bit, but at the end of the day, the All Blacks were always going to win that series. They're just on another level and are just continuing to grow. And also remember, in the defence of the All Blacks, they didn't have captain Kieran Reid. They had a lot of players out to injury, and some of them are coming back. So can we really compare that? Would that have happened if a leader like Kieran Reid was in the lineup? I'm not saying the leader then was bad, but just the experience of Kieran Reid alone for me is intense. I mean, we saw the impact he had towards the end for the Crusaders. He wasn't captain, but he's still got such a powerful impact within that team. I got a lot of respect for him. Players to look out for, in my opinion, I'm looking forward to Bernard Foley versus Beauden Barrett. To me, it's all about the battle of the kickers. The kickers need to convert in order to go forward for this game. They need to be able to capitalize on kicks, and both BOKKEs, both players, have had situations where they've missed kicks. Both talented rugby players, but they both in areas cost their team a game. Not quite in New Zealand's favour, but definitely in Australia. Bernard Foley on a few occasions last year missed quite a few kicks, and I felt that if he had maybe capitalised, they could have done something different. They could have beaten maybe South Africa in those two drawn games. So those are the things that Australia need to look at. It's the small mistakes, both teams actually, that could really cost you a game. It can cost the Bledisloe, it can cost you the tournament. And it's important for Bernard Foley to be focused within when he's playing. He's got to be focused. We saw for the Waratahs he didn't do bad at all. One of the games he scored, I think, 25 points. So from that aspect, we're seeing something good. But could it be like Elton Yankees? For the Lions, he's brilliant. For the Springboks, he's useless. Could that be the case? I personally don't think so. I think Bernard will show some strength, some composure, and I think he's come a long way in the year. After all, he's a talented rugby player and he's earned his position within that squad and is one of the top fly-offs in the world today. Followed by, obviously, I mean, you've got your Sextons and your Barretts that are ahead of him. But he is there. He is there. So he's definitely a key factor for that game, in my opinion. Beauden, on the other hand, is brilliant. He is one of the best fly-offs in world rugby. He's tactically clever. His place kicking is on point, but he's also had his instances. His running game, his passing game. He's just a general great player, and I'm excited to see how he goes about. Now, Richie will be around on the bench or he'll be in the team, but Beauden will know he's got that worry behind him, so he's going to have to perform, because if he slips up and costs the All Blacks, Richie's in. I'm telling you that now, because they need to capitalise with it on the kicking. And against a team like South Africa with Pollard, hopefully, that could be a factor when you come to South Africa. So, interesting aspects within the game, but I'm really, really excited to see the battles between the Australians and the All Blacks. So much history, so much awesome experiences and matches that we've seen in the past that we want to see continue. I am really hoping for a close encounter. I want to see Australia really give the All Blacks a run for their money, and I want to see the All Blacks also come back, but I don't want to see a walkover. I don't want to see a game won by 15 or 20 points. I want to see a close game, maybe 7 points. So with that said, predictions for this game for me, I'm going to go with, now they're playing in Australia, so Australia favourites because they've got the home crowd. But for me personally, just because the All Blacks have these, like Brodie Retallick, Kieran Reid, all those BOKKEs coming back within the team, I just see them as favourites for the first game. A lot of people are talking up the Australians and saying that they've got the opportunity to do it. And if there's a time, now's the time. And I'll be so stoked for them if they do. It will be amazing for Australian rugby. But I just see the All Blacks at this stage still one up. Just because it's the first game. Maybe the third Bledisloe, we maybe see something happen again. But it's going to be close. I'm going to go 5-7 points on this one. Maybe a last minute try. Because that's the thing. They've got to play. If the Aussies can play 85 minutes of rugby, guys, they've got an opportunity. But if they play 78 minutes, All Blacks will score a try at the last minute and win. But it's going to be close. I reckon, yeah, 5-7 points. All Black victory. It's going to be close, I think. I really think both teams. It's the first game of the championship and Bledisloe, so both teams are going to be coming out firing. They're going to be coming out wanting to attack and proving people, the critics wrong, proving people right. They're going to be wanting to to come out and make their fans proud. And I really hope we see a good support, because last year I remember that first game between the Aussies and the All Blacks. I thoroughly enjoyed it, and I'm excited to see what happens this weekend. It's going to be a humdinger. So that's my predictions. New Zealand to win by 5 or 7 points, and we'll wait and see what happens. Good luck to both teams. May the best team win. If you guys want to join me on Superbru, which is a predictions game, links are below in the description, under my description of this video. Click on the link, join the group. I think it's called it's BOKKE for the win, so feel free to join me and play in if you want to play the predictions game. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to this channel so you can keep up to date with all future uploads. Springboks versus Argentina predictions coming out tomorrow, so make sure you subscribe for that. And also, if you want to support Walking Tall with G-Man to help me grow and develop this channel, please feel free to support me on Patreon. The link for that is below, or stay till the end of the video and you'll see the squared icon come up for that if you would like to support me. Much appreciated if you would. So yeah, big game. May the best team win. Predictions down below in the comment section. Who's going to win? Who are you rooting for? And we'll see you guys tomorrow for another video. Stay safe, enjoy the game, and never give up. Cheers.